Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to continue with our learning journey, sales and distribution, fundamental customizing in sales, exercise 8, configuring schedule line categories and schedule line category determination. So from the last exercise, we have already configured the item categories and also its determination, and also explore some different item categories such as the TAN for normal one, TANN for free of cost items, and many more for the bill of material like TAQ and TAP. For example, here I have an order with a BMM show price sub item level. If I double click on the first item, we have TAP. So it is the bike which doesn't have any price. But if we go to the second item, which is now a TAN again, the standard item, there we have the price of each material or sub-item level, like the handlebar, 20 euros, and the wheels for 120 euros, etc. Saddle soft and the frame, compared to different orders where we have also the same, but the same BOM, the bill of material, but we have TAQ as the price is header level. In the condition, we can see that the price is displayed for the whole bike instead of each position now. Because we have the price for the whole bike, we don't have any existing price for each of the sub-component, which combined the bicycle that we have in the first place. So those are the different item category that we explore. Standard item free of cost, and of course this explanation item category, and price at header level, and also price at item level. For example, different settings and different ways of showing how the component looks like. And even the normal standard one, we don't have the exposure to the component structure, but only with the TAQ we have such that case that we can explore the whole bill of material of the bike compared to the previous one that we had earlier. I think, let me go to the price, BMM not show. This is the sales order. As you can see here, this is our bike, but the item category is TAN, and that's the reason why we don't have the whole bike being shown here for as a structure. As a structure. So it really depends on the item category group. So I think normally we'll have an NORM. Let's go back to the cheat sheet again that we have. This is the cheat sheet that we normally use. So let me go to the item category of the material master data. It should be this one to defined, but we will go to the material master data MM03, and here I put my pike in here and go to sales org data tool. Plan is 1010 10 10. As you can see here, the item category group is now lump, the structural material below. So with this item category group, we will again define an item category of TAQ, as I remember correctly, not sure. But then inside the TAQ, we will have the component structure component maintained. Let's go to VAV7 and go to TAQ. As a price as header level item, double click on that and we can see that schedule allow business item. But most importantly, we have a structural scope, which is A. which means that it will explore the single level bill of material instead of the standard one where we do not explode the material structure. And for example, yeah, so that is for the last exercise. This time we are going to look not into the item category, but a level deeper, which is a schedule line, where we have the delivery date, the order quantity, and the confirmed quantity, and also the schedule line category. I'm not sure what kind of customizing that we have for this particular schedule line. Probably to customize all this, like the delivery date, order quantity, and also all the shipping date, for example, good issue, loading, material availability date, shipping point route, and procurement, for example. Where we have the material management in plan and movement type. So we will have a deeper look into that today. Coming back to the exercise. So for anyone who is new, my name is Anh, a junior SAP consultant. I'm learning myself different logistic modules inside SAP S for HANA private cloud, from SD, MM, TM to EWM kind of mix. So I hope that you might find something helpful for your projects or day-to-day operations from that. So without further saying, let's get into it. So our customer requested quotation for 10 units of the material, and the quotation should be valid for 1 month. And now we need to create a quotation and enter the following data. Quotation type, so two-party, customer reference, quantity, and material. At the end, we save the quotation and note this number. On what date has the delivery of schedule line been confirmed? Which item and schedule line category has been determined? How does the schedule line category control this schedule line? Items relevant for deliveries, request assembly, availability check. Alright, so a lot of things we have here. Let's first go into the system, and when we create a quotation first. And with that, I'm going back to, it's not VA01, right? It's still VA01, but we will not OA, but QT in quotation, I think. Don't we have quotation? Or it is a different transaction? So what type order we have here? So we have repair order, advance return, standard order. No, I don't see any quotation here, right? Yes, only this request, but we don't have any quotation. So might be that a quotation is using a different transaction. For that, we go to sales and distribution, sales, quotation, VA21. All right, VA21 quotation type. Now let's see. Yes, we have QT now, quotation. 10101000, and this is a customer. The customer reference is this. We'll replace it 42, click on enter. The material is the 142. Quantity is 10. Do we have a valid date? So for 1 month, so I'm on 2nd of March, so I just put it on the 2nd of February, of April. Click enter. So we have now a net value of 10 pieces for this material. So everything looks fine so far. what kind of material item category have. We have AGN for standard item, not TAN, because this is a quotation, not a standard sales order OR. Maybe let's just have a look together inside VOV7, VOV7, right? This is a maintain item category. The transaction of item category determination VOV4. And for that we have sales order type is not OR but is QT. Item category group is probably norm. And here we have yes AGN, which stand for, come again, we will open VOV7, maintain item category, and we go to AGN, standard item. And here I think it basically should be the same as the TRN standard item from a normal OR sales order. But yes, we can have a look there, of course. Have completion rule. And remember that we also have the completion log OVA2, but I think for, let me just have a look, just to refresh my mind. For sales header, sales item, sales schedule line, I'm not sure what is the difference. General schedule line and field. So we have an incompleteness procedure of the loading date, material availability date, transportation planning date, and good issue date. These are all the status 02, which means that it will block the sales order from creating a delivery or good movement. So this is what I understand, the VBAP table, yeah. But what is then now our differences? Yeah, this is a AGN, so there might be a couple of things that are gonna be different. I'm not sure what is the completion rule for quotation. Yeah, maybe something different. Yes. Yeah, let's ask our friend ChatGPT regarding that. What is the difference between completion rule in item category and the incompleteness procedure for schedule for sales item? In the meantime, we will probably continue with the quotation, creating. Okay, training system is going a bit slow, but here we go. We will save it, and this is the number of the quotation. Let me just copy it and we put it here. On what date has the delivery of the schedule line been confirmed? Has the delivery, so confirm of the delivery. Alright, let's go to display. We double click on this, go to the schedule line, go to sales. We have delivery date, confirmed quantity, so I think it should be 3 days from now. Yeah, So the loading date could be sorry. So tomorrow we can load the material. The day after tomorrow we can issue the date from our warehouse, and the delivery date could be in 3 days, where it actually should be shipped and maybe already also arrive at the customer, or just if it arrives at the same day. The confirmed date, yeah, I think that should be the confirmed date. We have here confirmed quantity and delivery date. Confirmed quantity, schedule line item category is B end and AG end. This is our delivery date. First delivery date, pricing date, sales B, shipping. Yeah. So about 3 days from now. Item AG end, and this is B end, right? And let's go again to schedule line, double click on this, and we have B end. No MRP, no material request planning. Yeah, B end. How does the schedule line control this? A category controls the schedule line. Item relevant for delivery. Requested assembly, availability check. All right, let's have a look into SPRO. We go to sales and distribution, sales document, schedule line, and we go to define the schedule line. And this the transaction is, let me just have a look, VOV6. All right, VOV6 is the transaction. Let's add it up here. Schedule line. So we have VOV6, which is a transaction for defined schedule line category. And we also have again another schedule line, which is schedule line determination, which is another transaction, which we will have a look into, because you can see there we have 2 different transactions here. Assign schedule line item categories. Yeah, let's just assign schedule line item category. Schedule line category. Oh, my English is so bad. Schedule line. Here we go. Define schedule line item category. We'll go to AG end. Or B end, yes, B end. No MRP. Double click on that. We have we will have item is relevant for delivery. So we have plank, which mean that, yeah, schedule line that belong to an item in quotation are not relevant for delivery. Yeah. So to answer that, no. Transfer of requirement, begin assembly order from SD. what is that? Purchase requisitioned with delivery scheduling indicate whether the system redetermines delivery scheduling for the purchase requisitioned. I don't think so. External capacity planning. Update schedule line from purchase order. Delivery plug. Do we have this? Missing credit. Political reasons. What movement type we will have? I think 101 would receive. Could receive a purchase order reversal. I think 601. Good delivery issue, for example. Good movement type, one step. Order type. Purchase requisitioned. Item category. What do we have here? Standard limit, consignment, subcontracting, material unknown. A lot of things that we need to learn, right? Update the schedule line. No update. Movement type for issuing the validated stock. Specs for issue. Specification for issuing the validated in transit. Incompletion procedure. General schedule line. Alright. This is exactly what we have seen earlier in the incompleteness procedure. We also click on the 30 and we have that. And we also need to assign it, right? Let's go back to the quotation that we see earlier. The incompletion log. OVA2. If I go to sales schedule line procedure, this is the procedure that we have. Okay, so basically we define the procedures, what kind of mandatory field that we are having to check the incompleteness of a schedule line, but which schedule line will be using this OVA2, this incompleteness procedure. Which one is an interesting question to why I don't have that. Let's go to sales, basic function. Here we have log of incomplete items, define, and we assign incompleteness procedure to schedule line item categories. Partner function, item categories, delivery types, delivery item categories. I think we'll stay here with schedule line categories. And yes, we have this particular assignment, which somehow buffers me a little bit. Because why? Because as you can see, if we can see BN here, we can change it to another thing. Let's do it 31. What happened when I check this define schedule line? It is also overwriting the one that, okay, it's also overwriting. So which means that I cannot change the incompletion procedure inside the schedule line, but I can only maintain it in the assignment of incompleteness procedure to schedule line item category. Alright, a little bit confusing, to be honest. SAP standard, I don't know why do you want to do like this, but alright. It's also no issues for me at all. Do we have also an item category for delivery? Alright, I'm not sure if we have done this earlier. I think so, right? I don't recall it, to be honest. The delivery type, I think we have different things, but I don't know if we have also delivery item delivery. Let's have a look. Go to configure delivery process. We have an delivery document, shipping point, customer delivery, shipping point, route determination, customer delivery and transportation scheduling. Yes, we don't have that. We don't have such that thing. So I think all from this we have shipping point, route picking location, shipping condition, transportation group, storage conditions, incompletion logs, sales organization. So all of this is coming from the configure delivery process, but we have never ever talked about the delivery type and delivery type item, delivery item category. We have never talked about it. I'm not sure if we are going to talk about it later. No, also not here in the fundamental customizing. Yeah, no clue. I have no clue. Where do we have this learning journey? Because as you can see here in my incompletion log, we have incompletion log for sales document type we have learned, item category we have learned, schedule line categories we are learning now, partner function we will be covering. Yes, we will be covering the copying control and the partner function later on. Partner function concept and configure partner functions and partner determination procedure. So that could be it. But delivery types and delivery item categories, no, I don't think that we have talked about it, even though I think that delivery type LF is pretty familiar for us last couple of times that we were talking about it. But the item category for the delivery type, this we probably need to have a look again. I think DLN, so yeah, I think we have already covered. It might be that we need to look into it again, but yes, we have already talked about it. Maybe since we're at that, go to sales document. Yeah, normally in sales we have only sales document header item and schedule line. We don't have any configuration for delivery type and delivery type item category. Where I could expect it should be in logistic execution, shipping, deliveries, delivery types, and delivery item categories. If I think DLN was the one, standard item without order. Let's double click on that and we can see that the quantity, yes, we have already talked about this. Yes, I'm not sure which one for that, but I think it should be shipping point. Then it should be customer delivery document. Alright, I need to you customize settings to control delivery document. Yeah, you can see here we have a delivery type and delivery item category, where we have already gone through this, and also even some copying control. But yes, we have already gone through this in the configure delivering process, and also the determination of this. again, what it determines. Delivery type, we have item category group, usage item category, higher level item. Here's all the, yes, coming back to the cheat sheet then. Don't we have such thing of the delivery type? Okay, this is completely my bad, to be honest. Yeah, we'll probably needed to edit my to-do. Check delivery type plus delivery item category transactions in cheat sheet. Yeah, it is my to-do. I will probably need to extend my my cheat sheet for the delivery type and delivery item category. Really bad. What is my, how can I even miss it? It's really important. Let me also edit the video, because it's really confusing, the naming. Customize delivery document, it should be delivery type and delivery item category. I think it should be way better, right? We have here delivery type and delivery item category, where we the number range for deliveries is in delivery type, picking relevance or the minimum quantity for material in the delivery, it is checked in the delivery item category. Proceeding document is in the delivery type, so on and so forth. And what is there determining what? And yes, those are in the logistic execution, where we have already been. Yeah, this is being checked by delivery type and delivery item category. So I have changed the video in the studio. If I refresh it now, I hope that the name, yeah, delivery type and delivery item category. Oh my god. All right, I think for this question, yeah, I think we also clear the incomplete procedure completion rules. Yeah, we also need to have a look into this. Nevertheless, let me close this. Yeah, we have here what do we have here? We have here incompletion procedure, request assembly. What does this mean? Transfer of requirement from SD. Transfer of requirement is to be carried out for the respective transaction. Is a precondition for transfer of requirements. You can deactivate transfer at schedule line level. Conversely, it can be simply left inactive at schedule line level as long as it's not active. Example, you do not set an indicator for maintaining the requirement class. Transfer of requirement is not carried out. Irrespective of the specification, you make a schedule line level for transaction. Availability check for sales. You must carry out an availability check for the following transaction. The integrator is determined for proposer in conjunction with the respective requirement types. Alright, I think for quotation we don't have that much, but we must have a look into the schedule line for the normal standard order and for the normal item category TAN, what we have there. But for the exercise, no and no. Try to deliver the quotation, and I think no, we can do it. because the item is not relevant for delivery. Check above. Yeah, we can of course give it a try. Going back to the quotation, VA22, this is my quotation. If I now deliver this, is copying control is missing for EG. Of course, we don't have any missing copy control for AG. Not sure what AG stands for, but it should be the delivery type for quotation, possibly. That's what I'm guessing. But I yeah, just no, we can't deliver this. I think based on the item category. AGN is even not relevant for no, I'm sorry, even this is schedule lined. B end. Yeah, let's go to that. Yeah, what is this completion rule? Yeah, I think this is a different as the incompletion procedure that we have here. Yes, to be honest, incompletion procedure, partner determination procedure, text estimation procedure. All right, a lot of things that we can talk there, but let's move on. Take a look at the customizing table, define schedule line categories, get to know the schedule line configuration. Okay, this is the other transaction that I want to talk about. No, actually the same, but we only need to have a look for the schedule item category. For other. Yeah, we can fill it out for a couple of schedule item category. For example, this is not. Yeah, for example, if I go to, as I said, we have no availability, no transfer of requirement, no item relevant for delivery, movement type is also blank. What about AT? Inquiry schedule line. It's the same as BN. BN we have an incompletion procedure. Come back again. Yeah. No RPM. But I think the follow-up is the same. What about PP? Which is MRP is also the same. CN, no material planning. Here we have item relevance for delivery. If it's relevant for delivery, we need a movement type, which is 601. Yes, no material planning. All right. What about CP? What is this? Relevant for MRP. There you can see here it's checking the availability, transfer the requirement, is relevant for delivery, and 601 good issue. Yeah, good delivery, good issue. Yeah, I think there we have different things. CN not relevant, then we don't check the availability, we don't check the production allocation and requested transfer. What about returned DNs? We have return delivery 651. Of course, it's relevant for delivery, and we don't have any check. Yeah. So after checking your quotation thoroughly, the customer places an order with you, and we have to create an order OR with the reference to the quotation created earlier. And for this we need to change the customer reference, and we need to copy the quotation order in full. All right. I think regarding the completion rule, I'm not sure, but I don't see it in the item category TAN. We don't have any completion rule. I think this is only for quotation because it needs some reference. Yeah, it's not. I think only for contract, for scheduling agreement, they probably need to have a completion rule for quotation contract. Yeah, you can see here, completion rule for quotation contract. So this is not applied for TAN standard item, coming from a normal standard sales order, I think. Yeah, which is a good instinct from my side. Completion rule for quotation. Always good to double click or check this tab so we can see the full description, because completion rule is confusing, but completion rule for quotation contract is much more understandable. All right. Let's go back. We'll probably create a sales order with reference to the quotation. Can we create a subsequent order? I think should be the same. OR, click on enter. So the quotation here is already predefined. I just click on copy. The customer reference I'm going to use is 42 TA10. Alright, the item category you can see here is now TAN, not AGN anymore. And the schedule line item category, just double click on this, is CP, MRP relevant. Alright, let's save it. So this is a sales order 441. We have the full order quantity. So on what date is the delivery of the schedule line confirmed? Go to schedule line. This is the delivery date. I think this should also be the confirmed quantity. Yeah, I think should be the same. Yeah, same as in quotation. Which item? This is 10. Standard item. Schedule line is CP. MRP relevant. House data schedule line category control the schedule line. I think we have already seen it earlier, right? CP. Item relevant for delivery, yes. Movement type, I think 601. Yeah. Good issue. Request transfer availability check, yes. Try to deliver your last order. This is possible, yes, of course. Because you can check the CP schedule line. We have item is relevant for delivery. The good movement type is 601. Therefore, if we go to the order, the area 2, I can of course can deliver this. As you can see, the picking, we don't have any warehouse number for this, but from the shipment point of view, status overview, good movement data, we have a plan 1010, so location 101A. The movement type as set is 601, and since this item is relevant for delivery, we can create a delivery right now with the above information. So yes, as I said, which order screens contain the information about the movement type and delivery blocks linked to the schedule line. Which order screens? To be honest, good movement data. Here we have the good movement type, good movement data tab. From outbound delivery. I'm not sure in the schedule line. I think no. I think they want which order screens. They want to talk about the sales order. Then let us coming back once. Go to the VA02. I think we have been there before. If I double click on the item, what about the header? Not sure. The header, we have electronic payment, accounting, conditions, so on and so forth. Yeah, order data, customer reference, but we don't have the so to say the schedule line, and I double click on this and you can see the procurement, material management. There we have start location and movement type 601. So it's in the procurement, material management. Procurement to material management. What about the delivery block? Do we have any delivery block here? Order quantity, route quantity, shipping, delivery block. We can change it to missing credit, bottleneck, political reasons, or nothing. This is in the shipping of the schedule line data. Yeah. What is this table again? Probably for BEP, right? For BEP, yes, for BEP. Anyway, delivery block. This is in the shipment, right? Shipping data. Get to know how some standard schedule lines are determined. Take a look at the customizing table, assign schedule line categories. We have AF end, MRP type, proposed schedule line category, manual. All right, so the schedule line item category, it depends on the item category, which is again determined from the sales order, item category group, item usage, and higher level item category. And this is again combines with the MRP type, determines the schedule line category. All right, but then we can have a look into this table as well. Let's do it side by side. Oh, do I have that kind of thing? Just give me a second. I just somehow split the screen, and I will do this one. Yeah, so I don't need to open two separate ones. It is already available in the Microsoft Edge. All right, yeah, kind of convenient, I think. Anyway, let's continue. I think the transaction that we want to say is this. Coming back again, assign schedule line item category. Yes, So now, to be honest, my English is bad, but now I know the exact difference between define and assign. Define means you configured, you define the scheduled categories, you what is its name, what it configures, what it setting, what it customize, and in the assignment, we actually going to the determination of this item category or a more specific scheduling category. And again, this transaction is VOV5. Okay, and about the determination defined, what we have here in the scheduling category, delivery relevant. Again, coming back, I don't want to lose it. Coming back once, just do MRP, movement type. We have, I think it should be it, right? Delivery block. Of course, I think in completion procedure we have for every level, from transaction, sales order item, scheduler item, delivery type, partner function, and delivery item category. Request assembly, availability check, check. Yeah, those are the things that we probably need here for the scheduler item category. And the determination is based on item category, which is again if and plus the MRP type. And for anyone who wonder where is the item category coming from, just click on search and we can see pretty much everything here. The item category is again being determined by sales order type, OR, item category group, norm, item usage. Let's do it like this. Like for example, yeah, item usage, blank, high level item is blank, for example. Then we have the item category, and with the item category we plus the MRP type. MRP type, I think, coming from the material master data, MM03. I believe, but we need to check that. But continue our exercise. Let me finish off this one. Let's go to AFN. Oh no, the assignment, sorry, my bad. Then VAV6, VOV6. Maintain the scale line categories. Maintain item categories. VAV, what is the transaction again? Oopala, my bad. VAV5, alright, VAV5. So we have AFN, MRP type 0, we have schedule line AT, which is inquiry schedule line. I think I just do some of those. AFN, ND. What is ND? No planning is also AT. AG and plan, we have B and if we have item categories 10 and it's blank, we have CP. If the TAN, we have VM, we will have CV, consumption MRP, CV, consumption MRP. But what is this? VM from material type, VM, automatic reordering point planning. And all right, furthermore, I think I will not fill out the table. I think just for you as reference. Recap the question of schedule line determination. Which schedule line category does the system determine for an item in item category TAN if material type for the material is P3? Alright, simple. I think TAN P3 for the MRP type. Don't we have it? We have only the MRP P2, but we don't have P3 for whatever reason. Let me search by content, item category, of course we need it, which is equal to TAN. Click on select. We have the material type is only ND, P1, P2, PD, VB, VM, VV. So I suppose P3 the same. So it go to CP as MRP relevant. Which such key that the system use? This is what I guess. Yeah, this is what I guess. Recap the question schedule line determination, because I don't see the material type P3 maintained for this. So I'm really not really sure if it's this is going to be CP as for P1 and P2, or maybe should it go to take the MRP type plain? I mean, if it's plain, it means that it whatever inside whatever material MRP type we have, whatever it is, if it's P3, if it's everything, which is not list for the item category CP, item category TAN, then they will use CP. This is my assumption. Yes, you can see here, if it's not ND, if it's not PN, P2, PD, if it's VB, it takes CV. If it's VM, it takes CV. But it's none of this, then it should take the blank MRP type, as I guess. But we can have a look into the material master data for this, and we can have a look if a material MRP type can be plain or not. Sorry. Plan 1010, start location 101A. So we have a material MRP type, which is PD. So this is already there. It's always there. Not sure if it can be plain or if it can be P3. But we can have a look. Let's do a test. As a consultant, I'm going to look into the table mark and search for material where it can have the where it can have the material MRP type as P3. And for that, we will look into the field name DISMM In the mark table, we go to SN16 and mark table, and I search for this field, MRP type, and I type in P3. And we don't have any value for that. We don't have any value for that. Yeah, this is the tricky one, because I don't, I'm not sure either if we can change this. But if I go to MM02, do exactly the same thing. Sorry, 101A. And if we can change this to P3, let's do it. Let's do it. What was it before? I think, oh my bad, I forgot it. Just coming back. M02. Selected view, MRP1, 1010, 101A. As you can see, it's PD. Alright, we will remember it's a PD, which is forecast consumption, no planning time fence. What is P3 then? I will change manually. Require planning time fence. Let's do it once. I'm not sure what is the difference, but now we have a different material, to be honest. Let's see. I test material MRP type P3. This is the material that we have been used. The order quantity, just put is 1. What is now? The item category is still TA end. The item category, the schedule line category, we could expect CP, but let's see. Double click on this. Yes, this is CP. Yeah, exactly. The delivery date is even in a week. Loading date, material availability date. So it changed completely. The thing in the material master data, it changed completely the delivery date of the material. This is now on the 11th of March. Alright, let's come back and we going to change the material master data again. Back to the original, to PD. Yes, I think I just have changed it. Let's double check again. 1010 101A. This is PD, and we don't have any planning time phase. Alright, then we just save. Go back to VA01. We will clear it again. Material type PD. Order quantity is 1. And in the schedule line, yes, the delivery date is still the same. CP it is. Yeah, nothing changed because it is still using the same schedule line item category, so it's still relevant for delivery. We also check the material availability date, for example. So yeah, I don't think there should be any difference, because in the determination or assignment in the well, if we search PD here, if you're interested, I think there could be more, yeah, more than the material that we needed, but yeah, anyway, it's not important right now. Important thing is going back to the assignment of this. As I said, it at TA end, if we don't have any MRP type maintained in this assignment table, it will probably take the type which is plain and like a default schedule line when no MRP type is maintained. Then just take the item category and direct the first line to CP. So that could be my assumption, but let's have a look into the solution. The number is the same, confirm date. Select the item and choose schedule lines for item. Choose the schedule line details tab. It is the date for the confirmed quantity 10. Schedule line tabs. Yeah. Let's go to the order. Schedule line tabs. We have open the schedule line details tab. The confirm quantity is 10 and the delivery date, I think this should be the schedule, the confirmed date. Yeah, the item category AGN is PP, no RPN as set. How start the schedule line item category control the schedule line. Yet as said, we go to the define schedule line categories and review the settings. All of those are deactivated. Try to do the coupling control is missing. This means the scheduler of quotation are not relevant for deliveries. Yes. And for this, maintaining table as set, availability 601, 651, have maintained it earlier. And if we now create an order and deliver it, we can of course deliver it. The item category is 10 CP, and check we have items relevant for delivery with schedule line CP 601 requested assembly and availability check is activated, and there we will have a look. In the procurement tab we have movement type information, and shipping tab we have delivery block information. And filling this table, I don't think it's relevant for us. And what about this, the optional, the recap question? Yes, this entry does not exist. So which search key does the system use? It will use the TAN, the MRP type is plain, the answer schedule line category is CP. So as my assumption, we don't know in the beginning that the MRP type plain will be used. We never know that, to be honest. I never knew that it will be going to use the plain MRP type. So I adjust the material manually to change it to the MRP type PD to P3, and we have seen that once I create a sales order for the material, we have a schedule line category CP for that. So that could be my assumption, that this should be a default schedule line category that we have for this item category, and yeah, whatever billing MRP type we have. So yes, assumption correct, testing correct, everything correct. We consolidated or strengthened our mindset with the solution, which is making me happy today. With that, we learn a lot of things. Coming back to my friend, so to the question that what is the difference between the completion rule in the item category and the incompleteness procedure for sales item, I think we have already covered the completion rule. If we double click on that, it is a completion rule for contract and quotation only, so more or less referencing Yeah, I don't think ChatGPT is define when item is finished. Focus more on the completion of business flow. Yeah, I think it's correct what is said, but in general, I think just like a general answer to any questions based on the context. What is the completion rule? It actually for quotation. It doesn't mention it here in the answer. It's mainly relevant for items that delivered in parts, actually for quotation. All right, yeah, yes, it's actually mentioned. So I think ChatGPT is good, but sometimes just some small details that we can check it ourselves in the system. Completion rule is about process completion status of the item. Incompletion procedure is about missing mandatory data at the item level. All right, with that, I think we are happy today and satisfied with the schedule line item category, which we have learned something new. For the next exercise, specs of functions. Yes, we will have a look into it. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment down below. I will take my time to answer it and help you with that. So thanks again for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.